To Ranger Reviews, a web series where we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 12th episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers titled Power Ranger Punks. Before we get into this episode, I just want to say that I was obsessed with this episode as a kid. And I was always so frustrated that they never released it on home video or ever really replayed it because I loved it so much. I honestly don't know why. I think I just loved the concept of the Rangers getting taken captive one by one. I was messed up. That being said, we start with all 5 of the Ranger teens playing volleyball in the park. Everything seems to be going great, so of course we need to check in on the moon to find out that Babu is actually the one behind this week's plan. That's random. Dude hasn't done anything in a while except be near a video camera that exploded, so it's strange that he's the resident scientist who's actually messing with tubes and creates what he claims is a punk potion. That's also random. Oh well, Babu decides things are ready and he takes Rita's flying unicycle out for a spin. Suddenly, putties appear in the park and we get the most seizure-rific putty fight to ever happen. Seriously, who edited this? There's just a lot of quick shots of the Rangers fighting over and over again, and it's kind of nauseating. I think they ran short on time for this episode, so this is how they tried to fix it in post, but Jesus Christ, they could have just done slow-mo accents to the fights instead. Babu hovers over the Rangers where he decides to drop some of the punk potion into their drinks of water. Moments like this make you realize it probably should have just been poisonous. Anyways, the putties just disappear and it's kind of funny because Trini just straight up falls on her ass mid-putty attack. Those are the moments I appreciate. Billy and Kimberly go to get a drink of water and drink the punk potion, which turns them so angry and loud that Billy hits the rest of the drinks off the table. They call the other Rangers dorks and leave, and for some reason Jason, Zach, and Trini assume that they just got too much sun. What the fuck kind of denial is that? Rita is stoked on this turn of events and demands Finster makes a monster to pair with this weird thing that's happening. Introducing the Terror Toad, a monster that's got a pot belly and a bitch horn on his head. He's the best. Next day at school, Billy shows up looking like a gay porn BDSM extra, while Kimberly shows off her vagine in a romper. They pick on a 45-year-old extra for his lunch money before they interact with Bulk and Skull. Kimberly flirts with Skull and proposes a date while Billy tries to claim his territory by being the newest bully in school with Bulk. Jason, Zach, and Trini are concerned about how different their friends are, and while they're worried, don't worry, Zordon's on it. He and Alpha are just creepily watching the kids at school and they say that they need to bring them to the command center right away. Like, right now. Seriously, the 5 teens just teleport in with Billy and Kim inside of an invisible force field because the show couldn't even afford damn walls. Also, were the teens just in the hallway or something? Do Bulk and Skull just think that the 5 Rangers just spontaneously combusted? Zordon says that the only way to help Billy and Kim is to drink the sap from a singing squash. Zordon recounts doing this before as an old Japanese man on the viewing globe. Oh well, before the 3 normies can do it, Terror Toad appears in the park and it's morphin' time. And Terror Toad does something that we weren't warned that he could do. He just straight up fucking eats Trini like NBD. There's also nothing to follow up with it to say that Trini needs to be saved or anything. Nah, for all we know, we need a new Yellow Ranger now. Oh well. Alpha goes to get the singing squash in a land of trash bags on a floor with a smoke machine, and he defends himself against putties by using his head to electrocute them. This episode is getting really weird fast, guys. Back at the battle, Jason and Zach are getting their asses kicked by Terror Toad, and Zach is eaten by Terror Toad. Jason is obviously bummed, but the Terror Toad just says he's next, and whoa, this is getting weird. At the command center, Alpha gives Billy and Kimberly water mixed with green food dye, and they drink it to become good again. They see the monster, and of course Kimberly is like totally grossed out. Oh well, it's morphin' time again. Blue and Pink show up to help Jason by hacking off Terror Toad's horn, which he had been using to create the laser that aids Zach and Trini, I guess. Turns out that doesn't even matter because his tongue just comes out and he swallows Jason whole. Bye! Kim points out a secondary face on Terror Toad's chin and believes that that's his weak spot for some reason, and Billy says that he'll distract the monster while she shoots that weird thing. Turns out that's a bad idea because Billy just gets eaten too. Well, looks like we're only gonna have a Pink Ranger now, kids. Kimberly goes to fire a power bow at the secondary face when Babu comes running in and pushes her over, and it's pretty hilarious because he's just fucking with her at this point. Kimberly then jumps up and fires arrows at the secondary face, which makes Terror Toad spit out the other 4 Rangers. Oh, that was lucky. The Rangers come to Kim's side, who fires an arrow that somehow blows up Terror Toad to Kingdom Come. Hooray! At the youth center, Trini and Kim are talking about how Trini is so happy that Kimberly's back to normal, but then Bulk and Skull come in and they sexually harass them. Long story short, Bulk and Skull end up embarrassing themselves and leaving. This episode is strange. It ends like a Kimberly focus, but it's really just a team episode. I don't know why I really loved it as a kid, but I did. I loved it so much. Terratoad is such an interesting concept, and from here on out, I'll always have a soft spot for monsters who trap Rangers via eating. Next episode, we explore yet another childhood favorite, but until then, may the power protect you.